John chapter 4 verse 36 says, "The reaper is already receiving pay and gathering fruit for eternal life, so that the sower and the reaper can rejoice together." Now in our culture we think of the reaper as just the grim reaper, with the big sickle and the hood, and he's coming for those who've died. In this day and age, and truthfully even today, the reaper is the one who's reaping the harvest. We use farm equipment now, but it used to be this individual that was going through, and it seems like they had different lines of work. The sower would be planting, and then another one would come 4 months later and reap a harvest. But in this case, they're both going to celebrate because the harvest is going to be great, and it is worth celebration. And if, in fact, this 4-month time period in the physical harvesting of fruits, corn, grain, things like that, is now sort of being trumped, and the physical seed of the gospel can have an immediate response and an immediate harvest. The guy is sowing and the reaper is reaping, and it's happening at the same time. They're in the field together. That doesn't make a lot of sense when we just think of something that has to grow over a long period of time, but Christ might be saying here, the gospel seeds, the spiritual seeds, are far more significant than something so simple. So be prepared, be ready, do the work, get ready to harvest. Or it could be, and the next verse might lend itself to this, that God has been doing the harvest or the seed planting and the work long before the harvest is about to come. So the disciples are going to be able to come where they didn't do any gospel seed planting. And they're going to see a harvest where they get to be a part of a conversion. And the value in seeing such a thing is that that's how it works even in our day and age. One plants, one waters, one gets to harvest. One is sharing the gospel, one is discipling. God is using his people in remarkable ways, but it is God always. And the Bible tells us God does the growing. They're about to see a great harvest, and they didn't plant the seeds.